Hi, and welcome to Certain Media DIY Musician Secrets. This is secret number 7, how to register with BMI. If you want to publish your music, meaning to make it public, you're gonna have to register with a publishing rights organization, whether that's ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC, and those are the world leaders in publishing rights and collecting royalties for artists in the US. And if you're in another country, you'll have to figure out what the leader in your country is. Just Google your country plus publishing rights organization and you should find it. We already spoke about how to register with ASCAP, and while ASCAP is probably the most popularly known PRO, BMI is the largest with over 650,000 members. Notable members include Mariah Carey, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Eminem, Rihanna, Maroon 5, Sam Cooke, Willie Nelson, and Dolly Parton. BMI was founded as a nonprofit in 1939 by radio executives. They do the same job as ASCAP, but there is no fee. And the steps are basically the same for signing up on the ASCAP site, but we'll get into it now. Step 1, get to a computer with internet access. As you can see, I'm at a computer and I'm about to get on the internet. Step 2, turn on your computer if it's not already on and navigate to bmi.com. You just type it www.bmi.com. Hit enter. Step 3, if you're ready to go, click creators. We suggest reading the about section and FAQ first, but if you are already registered with BMI or have your music registered with the Library of Congress, go ahead and click creators. As you can see, there's a bunch of names and titles in the toolbar up here. This is the about section that we suggested earlier. When you click creators, it'll take you to a page that is simply for creators. And you can see some of the artists that are here. Taylor Swift, there's Maroon 5. If you have an account already, you're gonna click manage my account. If you're not already a member, you'll click join BMI today. And that is step 4. Now, step 5, scroll down and click join as a songwriter. You only need to click join as a publisher if you have a record label you're registering or if you plan to operate like a record label in the future of your career. Step 6, you're going to fill out your personal information. You can see there you want your country of residence, your name, your contact information, and you'll click next. Fill in all your information. I've already registered, so I'm not going to do this piece. Step 7, the BMI website will verify who you are and if you're already affiliated with any other PRO. And if you are, they'll ding you and let you know where to register, where you're registered, and you'll either have to close that account and open a new BMI account, or you just continue to go with the one you're already registered with. Then step 8 is to review your online BMI application at the end and confirm your information, and then go on to step 9, sign and finish your contract with BMI, and they'll send you a physical copy as well that you can print out. Step 10, you can start to upload your music to BMI so it can be protected. So on that end, I'm gonna show you my account and basically how to register a song. Looks like I'm already signed in. You can see my name is up at the top. You can see works catalog. I only have one song that is really published for mass consumption and for the public. I'll show you how to register a work. I've registered one track that's going to be part of the podcast. It's a song I did with a gentleman named Diako Diakov many years ago. Now that music is starting to be used. I haven't used it before, and so now I'm able to license those tracks that I made before. At the top, you're going to click add new work, and then that'll take you to the page where you start to enter your info. So you can see your name is here. You might also have an artist name in that drop down menu. If you're making classical music, you click this button. If you're making any other genre of music, you can click all other genres and click next. It's going to ask you for the work title. I'm going to register a new song. Well, new to everyone else, another song that I made called Inspiration, and it's just an instrumental, so we're going to click music only. Has no alternate titles, but if you do have an alternate title, like in parentheses, you're going to click add alternate title and then put that alternate title there. It's optional to put the duration. You don't have to do that. I tend to do it if I know it off the top of my head, but I don't particularly know the length for this track. It's not public domain or foreign lyric version, which is like a cover of some foreign lyrics and translate it into English, or take a song from English and translate it into another language and sing it. It's not public domain like something like The Entertainer. And it also does not contain samples or medleys. I tend to make songs that that are completely original, and so I don't take medleys from other tracks very often, and I don't use samples a lot. So I'm going to click no on both of those and then click next. There are no publishers of this work because it hasn't been published yet. My company is a publisher, but we have not put that song out ourselves. So next, you got to pick a writer, and then of course that's going to be me. I also go by the Professor, but I'm going to put that in as the artist name. So I'm going to click my name, and it has my affiliation. I get the full share because no one else produced this track. If I was going to add another person that has made either lyrics or added to the track, then I would click save and add another writer, and I can add them in. Since the total is always 200, I need to put in 200 so that I can show that I get all the rights to this music. And I'll click next, and as you can see, there's no publishers, and we got all the writers in, and then we click next. If you need to add a writer, they have another place to do that. Are there any artists? So I'll say yes. Are there any recordings? No, this has not been put into any recordings yet. It's simply just online. And was this work created for film, TV, theater, or music library? No. So we click next, and then we put in my band name or my artist name. And if I was going to add another artist, I would click save and add another artist, but there is no one else on this track, so I'm going to click next. Let's see, there's no recordings, and the recording is not being used for TV, film, theater, or music library. So we click next. This is the final page where you're gonna verify all your information. If there's any other things you want to tell BMI about your track, you would put that in here. But as you can see, entry of information in this field will delay the processing of this registration. It takes a little while to get it fully registered. I think it takes about 2 to 3 weeks, up to a month for registration, but it could take longer if you have some more notes. But for now, I'm gonna click submit, and it asks you, are you ready to submit? I'll click yes. And now we can either copy that or return to the in process works. And so now you'll see here the track that I registered yesterday, and now Inspiration, which is the track that I just registered. If you want to hear the track, I'll play it really quick, just a snippet so that you can understand what the track is. It's just an instrumental, and we'll play it now. While we wait for that, you should already have your tracks ready. You don't have to submit an MP3 or anything like that to BMI, so don't worry about that. If you're registering with the Library of Congress, which we've gone in another DIY secret, you will need to send that MP3 to them.